Hello dear students, today I am going to give you a brief lecture on William Shakespeare. William Shakespeare, the Bard of Avon, born in 1564 and died in 1616. William Shakespeare, often referred to as the Bard of Avon, is a towering figure in English literature and drama. Born in Stratford upon Avon in 1564, he wrote during the late 16th and early 17th centuries, a period known as Elizabethan era, named after Queen Elizabeth I. William Shakespeare is one of the most celebrated playwrights and poets in English language. He lived from 1564 to 1616 and produced a vast body of work, including 39 plays, 154 sonnets, and 2 long narrative poems. His plays cover a range of genres, from comedies like A Midsummer Night's Dream and A Much Ado About Nothing to tragedies such as Hamlet and Macbeth, and histories like Henry V and Richard III as well. Shakespeare's work is known for its rich language, complex characters, and profound themes, exploring aspects of human nature and society. His influence on literature, theatre, and even modern pop culture is immense. William Shakespeare was born to John and Mary Shakespeare and was the third of 8 children. His father was a glove maker and a local official, and his mother came from a wealthy family. Shakespeare likely attended the local grammar school, where he would have received a solid education in Latin and the classics. On 28th of November 1582, Shakespeare married Anne Hathaway, who was 8 years his senior. The marriage was somewhat unusual for its time, as Anne was pregnant before the marriage. The couple had 3 children: Susan, born in 1583, and twins Hamlet and Judith, born in 1585. Hamlet died at the age of 11, which was a great personal tragedy for Shakespeare. William Shakespeare's time in London was crucial to his development as a playwright and actor. Here is a closer look at his experiences and contributions in the city, his arrival and early work. Shakespeare moved to London in the early 1590s to pursue his career in theatre. He became an actor and playwright, eventually becoming a shareholder in the Globe Theatre. Shakespeare likely arrived in London in the late 1580s or early 1590s. While exact details are sparse, it's generally believed that he moved there from Stratford to seek opportunities and good luck. He began by writing plays and working as an actor, his early plays including Henry VI and Titus Andronicus. These plays helped establish his reputation in the London theatre world. In the beginning of 17th century, Shakespeare had achieved financial success owing several properties in Stratford and London. He was also involved in various business ventures, including purchasing a large house in Stratford known as New Place. He had achieved significant financial successes. Shakespeare's earnings from his plays and his share in the Globe Theatre allowed him to invest in properties in both London and Stratford upon Avon. Shakespeare's purchases, including New Place, a large house in Stratford, and other investments, reflecting his financial stability and rising social status. Shakespeare's early plays such as Henry VI Part 1-3 and Titus Andronicus established his reputation. He was heavily involved with the Globe Theatre, which was built in 1599. He was a member of the Lord Chamberlain's Men, a leading acting company. In 1603, this company was renamed the King's Men after King James I took the throne. Shakespeare's success allowed him to gain social status. He was referred as gentleman in some documents, reflecting his elevated social position. When he first arrived in London in the early 1590s, he was relatively unknown. He started as an actor and playwright, working in the competitive and often challenging environment. His initial social status was modest, typical of someone entering the theatre scene from outside the city's established circles. William Shakespeare's talent and innovative work quickly earned him recognition. His plays were performed at prominent theatres, including the Globe Theatre, where he was a shareholder. The success of his plays and his growing reputation contributed to an elevated social standing. Globe Theatre plays an important part in the life of Shakespeare. Shakespeare and his fellow actors built the Globe Theatre in the year of 1599. It was an iconic structure that became the primary venue for many of his plays. The Globe was integral to Shakespeare's success, providing a platform for his plays and contributing to the evolution of English theatre. After retiring from the London stage around 1613, Shakespeare returned to Stratford. By this time, he was a well-established and respected figure both in London and his hometown. His retirement and the management of his estate in Stratford further solidified his status as a prominent and influential individual. William Shakespeare is widely honored and celebrated, and his legacy is commemorated through various titles, names, and honors. Here are some notable examples. The Bard of Avon, a title reflecting Shakespeare's birthplace, Stratford-upon-Avon, and his status as a prominent poet and playwright. The Swan of Avon, the greatest writer in the English language, and many others. Shakespeare's works are renowned for their complex characters, innovative use of language, and exploration of universal themes. His plays continue to be performed and studied worldwide, reflecting his profound impact on literature and theatre. William Shakespeare's body of work is vast and varied, encompassing numerous plays, sonnets, poems. Here is a brief overview of his most notable works, out of which there are 39 plays, including 10 tragedies, 7 comedies, and 10 history plays with volumes. A few of his plays are Hamlet, Macbeth, Othello, King Lear, Romeo and Juliet, Antony and Cleopatra, Julius Caesar, etc., that falls in the category of tragedies. His comedies include A Midsummer Night's Dream, Much Ado About Nothing, As You Like It, Twelfth Night, The Tempest, The Two Gentlemen of Verona, etc., etc. Shakespeare's history plays includes Richard II, Henry IV, Part 1 and 2, Henry V, Henry VI, Part 1, 2 and 3, Richard III, and King John. Shakespeare's tragedies are a collection of plays renowned for their exploration of complex human emotions and moral dilemmas. Key characteristics includes deep psychological insight. Shakespeare delves into the inner turmoil and moral conflicts of his characters, making them multidimensional and relatable. His common themes include ambition, revenge, jealousy, and the tragic flaws of protagonists leading to their downfall. Some of his iconic plays includes Hamlet, a story of a prince's quest for revenge against his uncle who has murdered his father and seized the throne. Another one is Macbeth, a Scottish general's ambition and subsequent guilt after murdering the king to seize power. Othello, a Moorish general's jealousy and trust issues lead to tragedy and betrayal. Romeo and Juliet, a tragic love story of two young lovers from feuding families. Shakespeare's comedies are celebrated for their wit, clever dialogue, and exploration of romantic and social themes. The key features include humor and satire. Shakespeare's comedies often use humor, wordplay, and satire to entertain and critique social norms. Romantic entanglement. Many comedies revolve around complex love stories, misunderstandings, and the eventful triumph of love and marriage. The most famous romantic comedies of Shakespeare are A Midsummer Night's Dream, a magical mix-up involving lovers and fairies in a forest. Much Ado About Nothing, a story of witty banter and romantic misunderstandings. Twelfth Night, a tale of mistaken identities and gender bending in a whimsical setting. As You Like It, a pastoral comedy exploring love and identity in a forest setting. The Tempest, a magical story of shipwreck, reconciliation, and the redemption of a wronged duke. Shakespeare's history plays dramatize lives of the English kings, the key historical events, blending facts with dramatic embellishment. They explore the themes of power, legitimacy, and political intrigue. The key examples of his historical plays are Richard III chronicles the rise and fall of the ambitious and ruthless King Richard III. Henry V focuses on King Henry V's leadership and the Battle of Agincourt. Henry IV, Part 1 and 2. This historical play depicts the reign of King Henry IV and the rebellious Prince Hall's transformation into King Henry V. Henry VI, Part 1, 2 and 3 covers the Wars of Roses and the struggles over the English throne. Here is a brief sketch of Shakespeare's acting career. Earlier acting experiences includes his joining the stage and then his roles as an actor. Shakespeare likely began his acting career in the early 1590s. While details are scarce, records suggest that he was involved in performances in London, including at the Globe Theatre. He performed in several of his own plays. Historical records and literary criticism suggest that he took on roles such as Hamlet, Prospero, and other simple roles. In his matchless tragedy Hamlet, he played the lead role. This role is known for its complexity and depth. In The Tempest, he performed the role of Prospero. The central character reflects themes of magic and authority. He might have played roles in plays like Henry VI and Taming of the Shrew, although specific roles are less well documented. Shakespeare was a key member of his acting company, the Lord Chamberlain's Men, later become King's Men. Shakespeare's acting career was intertwined with his work as a playwright. He worked alongside prominent actors of the time. Shakespeare's poetry includes 154 sonnets, published in 1609. Shakespeare's sonnets sequence covers themes such as love, beauty, and mortality. His narrative poems are Venus and Adonis and The Rape of Lucrece. Other poems include The Passionate Pilgrims and A Lover's Complaint. Shakespeare's style is marked by its linguistic richness, intricate characterization, and thematic depth, making his work both challenging and rewarding to read and perform. His innovative approach to drama and language continues to influence and inspire writers, actors, and scholars today. Shakespeare's style is renowned for its complexity, innovation, and influence. Here is a brief overview of some key elements. Rich vocabulary. Shakespeare had an extensive vocabulary and often coined new words and phrases. His works include many words and expressions that are still in use today. Inventive use of language. Shakespeare played with his syntax, puns, and wordplay, often employing double entendres and metamorphical language to add depth and multiple layers of meaning. Blank verse. Shakespeare predominantly wrote in blank verse, which is unrhymed iambic pentameter. This rhythm mimics the natural flow of the English language while allowing for poetic expressions. His plays explore universal themes such as love, ambition, power, jealousy, and betrayal. These themes resonate across different cultures and eras. His works delve into the complexities of human nature and behavior. Shakespeare's plays often follow a five-act structure with a clear exposition, rising action, climax, falling action, and resolution. He combines the elements of tragedy, comedy, and history within a single play, creating a rich and dynamic theatrical experience. Shakespeare left an unparalleled legacy behind him. His plays had a profound impact on London's cultural life and continue to be celebrated and performed around the world. His time in London solidified his reputation as one of the greatest playwrights in English literature. Various locations in London are associated with Shakespeare's life and work. The Globe Theatre was rebuilt in 1997 near its original site, serving as a tribute to his legacy.